Hola amigos, today we're going to talk about nouns and articles and also gender and number. Let's start out with nouns. I'm going to explain the concept by using the vocabulary that you just went through in the previous unit, La Universidad y las Clases. Nouns are persons, places, things, and ideas. So everything you see around you, everything in your vocabulary list here, these are all nouns. So for example, el profesor, la profesora, el mapa, el reloj, those are all nouns. Next concept, the concept of what is an article. Let's talk about articles. Okay, articles, we're going to divide them into two different categories in Spanish. We have definite and we have indefinite. Let's talk about definite first. What is a definite article? Well, an article, to start out with, is the word that comes before the noun. A definite article is the word that means the. And in Spanish, we have 4 different ways to say the. El, la, los, and las. They all mean the depending on the word that comes after them, whether it's masculine, feminine, masculine plural, or feminine plural, which I will get to in a minute. So for example, we will say el libro, the book. La chica, the girl. The plural of el libro, the book, is los libros, the books. The plural of la chica, the girl, is las chicas, the girls. The way we use a definite article in Spanish is essentially the same as what we would use it for in English. Later in Spanish, you will learn some exceptions to this rule, but for now, just know that it's basically the same. So for example, el libro está en la mesa. The book is on the table. La chica es inteligente. The girl is intelligent. Okay, indefinite articles. Indefinite articles mean a, an, some, or a few. The singular form, a, an, is un and una. Un libro, a book. Una chica, a girl. The plural of un libro, a book, is unos libros, some books or a few books. Unas chicas, some girls or a few girls. And the way we use indefinite articles in Spanish is pretty much the same as how we would use it in English, with exceptions that you are going to eventually learn. So for example, necesito un libro. I need a book. Ella es una chica. She is a girl. Tengo unos cuadernos. I have some notebooks or I have a few notebooks. Okay, so that's the concept of definite and indefinite articles. Let's talk about gender, masculine and feminine. Now, everything that you see around you, all of the nouns that I am talking about, they're all either masculine or feminine. We have 2 categories of nouns in Spanish. Now, a noun that is an actual person or an animal, a living being, can physically be masculine or feminine, whereas a pen or paper or a desk, those aren't living things, those are inanimate objects, but they are still placed in a category of masculine and feminine. In English, we don't have a concept like this, but Spanish and many other languages have a concept of masculine and feminine. Now, in general, which words in Spanish are going to be masculine and which words are going to be feminine? Okay, here are the rules. And they're general, there are always exceptions. Okay, masculine words, what do they end in? Well, in general, in singular form, they are going to end in these letters, L-O-N-E-R-S, loners. Examples, el papel, el libro, el cartón, el pupitre, el marcador, el mes, the word for month. Okay? Feminine words. In the singular form, they generally tend to end in these endings. A, I-O-N with an accent on the O, D, and Z. Okay? For example, la mesa, la nación, la bondad, la paz. Okay? Now, is this 100% the rule? No, there are always going to be exceptions. As you see in your vocabulary, we have a word that ends in Z that is actually masculine. Okay, so it is el lápiz. We have a word that ends in A that is masculine, el mapa. Okay, we have a word that ends in R, which you're going to learn, that is feminine, la mujer, which means the woman. Okay, it ends in an R, but woman is feminine, so it has to be feminine. So you will always learn exceptions. So this brings me to this final point about masculine, feminine, and gender. Here's what I want you guys to do when you're learning your vocabulary, when you're learning your nouns. When you learn your nouns, don't just learn the word profesor or profesora. I want you to learn the article el or la that goes with that noun. That way, when you encounter some of the exceptions to the rules, like mapa, which is masculine, but it ends in an A, it will be ingrained in your brain that it's el mapa, not la. Okay, so that way you don't think too hard and you don't question yourself too much, because I don't want anyone to complicate the issue. I don't want you to complicate learning the language. Okay, learning a language is a natural process. So in your mind, if you learn el mapa is the only way that you know to say it. La mapa will sound really strange to you. Same thing with lápiz, it's el lápiz. Okay, and you will learn many, many, many other words that have exceptions. Okay, but for the most part, I would say 90%. The rule of loners and A, I-O-N, D, and Z will serve you fine. And amigos, that is your lesson on nouns and articles. Hasta luego.